So for those of you who are familiar with my YouTube channel, you know that the other side is all about teach, teach, teach. So the divine showed up and said, Christine, take a memo. I'm going to make an example out of Donald Trump for people to learn from. So he wanted people to know that Donald Trump's intention for running for president was ego-based. And what this is, they're saying, is that he wanted the title and the power and the esteem and the admiration and the challenge to see if he could do it, to see if he could become president and get people to vote for him. So he has this certain sense of accomplishment in doing that. And of course, the power and the world recognition. They're saying that this is all from his ego and that it is not heart-focused work for him. So he is now considered off path. They're saying that his life purpose was actually to be a businessman, creating jobs, etc. So the presidency is not heart-focused work. So his intentions for running for president were not pure because ego doesn't exist on the other side. It doesn't exist in the angelic realm. It's a mortal thing. Number two, the other side is saying that they're not happy about his campaign promises, especially Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. They're saying that he reneged on those and that he had people vote for him under certain pretenses, and that once he got into that position of power, he turned and made 180-degree turn on those promises. So the other side is referring to this as abuse of power, which is a huge no-no. If you're in a position of power, don't abuse it because the other side is watching and they're going to have some serious issues with it. Based on all the executive orders that Mr. Trump has made in separating people out from each other with, the Muslim ban and immigration and, sex, gender, race, religion, whatever. It's an issue because he's essentially not aligned with a collective consciousness. If you're separating people out from each other, you're separating souls out from one another, and that's not aligned with how the universe is set up. So that separatist mentality is actually aligning everyone with falsities and the dark. So based on his executive order separating people out from each other, they're saying that the U.S. government's karma is now out of balance with the American people because of that abuse of power. So universal energies are now going to balance that out by rising the people up above the U.S. government in a position of power over them. And they're saying that this is a direct result of karmic balancing. That's why they're having me point out that this gross abuse of power is one of the reasons why this is happening. Another thing that they wanted to highlight is the LGBT community. They're saying that they want to use them as an example of discrimination because they're saying that they have a very difficult truth to speak, obviously, because if I say, hey, Christine Pavlina, I'm heterosexual, nobody cares. They don't bat an eye. They just sit there and yawn like, who cares? If I say I'm Christine Pavlina, I'm a lesbian, I get hit over the head with a Bible. I'm told that's not the way, the human body's supposed to work. That's not what it was designed for. That's not what God wants. I'm a sinner. I'm a pervert. I'm this, I'm that. And so they cast all sorts of shame and judgment at me without realizing that they're actually speaking for the dark because my truth came from them. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, their truth came from the angelic realm. Why? Because they're learning self-love. So I applaud you. If you're a member of the LGBT community who's out of the closet, congratulations for not only embracing your truth, but finding the courage to speak it. Because it's very difficult. And now your soul has self-love as a result of it, right? So if you, are hanging out with your friends, I encourage you to tell them how your soul is different when you were in the closet versus now that you're out of it. Because I'm sure it's very, very different because speaking your truth is hard and that involves a great deal of soul's growth and self-acceptance and self-love. So good for you guys if you were able to embrace that truth because it came from the angelic realm. And anyone who discriminates against you for speaking your truth, guess what they're doing? They're giving a voice to the dark. And, unfortunately, universal energies are one huge referee, one huge unforgiving referee, in that if you give a voice to the dark without even realizing it, innocently, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was innocent. You're still aligning yourself with falsities and the dark and attracting more dark to you as a result via the law of attraction. So my entire YouTube channel is about souls, energy, law of attraction, power manifestation, what's going on an energetic level. One big referee, forces of nature. So I encourage you to embrace people's differences, embrace other people's truth, because that truth came from them, the light. So truth is truth. So there's no debating that. They just are. They're absolutes, just like radio waves floating in the air. So all of the emotion and opinion surrounding the truth doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the truth itself. And that's where universal energies come in, and they're very, very harsh referee, because universal energies only respond to the truth. Another thing the other side isn't happy about is the distribution of wealth. They're saying that Mr. Trump is a billionaire who does not support a minimum wage of $15 an hour, yet wants like tax breaks for the elite and the wealthy. This is just, they're showing me the scales of justice being tipped, where this is just not fair. So that's where the other side wants to give a voice to minimum wage workers, where they're saying, you know, we need fair distribution of wealth. And again, we're all connected. We're all connected via the collective consciousness. So they're saying that power is out of balance there, and they're not happy about that either. Another thing that they just wanted to let you guys know is, if you are a Donald Trump supporter, you have aligned yourself with falsities and the dark as well. So I just want to let you know, via the law of attraction, you're attracting crap to yourself. So if you do have that separatist mindset, your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings, your attitudes are what's going to attract things to you. So I just want to let you know that you are an energetic match for bad things. If you are, especially if you're outspoken, if you're an outspoken supporter for Donald Trump, you're speaking for the dark, because you're aligning yourself with a platform that is completely false and not aligned with the truth and the light. And so that's why the other side is saying that they're going to make an example out of Mr. Trump. Because he has done these things that go against the truth and the light, the law of attraction is about to kick in stronger. Like, they're about to turn up the volume. And not only are they going to balance the karma, where they put the people in a position over the US government, but Donald Trump actually ends up leaving his position. And I don't know how it happens, but he ends up leaving his position. He doesn't stay president. All I know is that they're saying that his decision to become president was ego-based, to run. And so when he leaves his position, he's embarrassed. His ego is bruised. So he is embarrassed in some way when he does leave the position. And this will be a direct result of him and his free will decisions and his abuse of power. They're saying that Donald Trump has free will, but free will has consequences. And because his free will has resulted in him aligning himself and others with falsities in the dark, like I said, law of attraction kicks in and he attracts a bunch of crap onto his path. So again, I don't know exactly what crap that is. I don't know how he ends up leaving the position, but this does in fact happen. And that's why the divine is saying to keep an eye on him, because this is a direct result of universal energies, karmic balancing, etc. And basically saying this is a result of someone's free will. And he wants you to learn from it, is what the divine is saying. That there's a greater good here. There's a greater lesson to be had here for soul's growth. So Please keep your eye on Donald Trump and I guess whip out the popcorn, Coke, and 3D glasses and watch what happens next because I will be learning right along with you. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.